Ping Sunday has the special permission of Coach Chen Kangning. Please don't upload the video without the permission of Coach Chen and Ping Sunday.
Hello, welcome back. Today, let's learn table tennis with Coach Chen Kangning. How to have a powerful forehand topspin.
This is the outer line and the inner line. A normal ball, you tend to loop more toward the outer side, right? You serve. When I loop cross-court, I might finish the rotation more completely. Looping down the line, I stop the swing a bit earlier. It's just a direction change. And ending at the terminal over there. Get off first. This is the middle stop. And stop, right? That's the difference. But if you want to fake a shot and still go down the line, you're no longer contacting the ball on the outside. Slightly to the inner side. Look, my center of gravity doesn't change. Center of gravity remains unchanged. You're looping slightly more from the inner side of the ball, right? Haha, see? Outer side again, still looping down the line from the outer side. Still want to loop? Just use small footwork steps to guide it. Let me give you a little saying. If I'm slow, use your own power. Yes, if you don't wait, you'll mess up the timing when trying to rush. You need to practice these things. Don't just always play at one rhythm. Table tennis isn't that simple, you know? See, still trying to use brute force. I'm not telling you not to use force. But the key is, first bar their force. Look, what did you just do? Duh, it's over, see? Why, that's what I was talking about. No matter what ball comes, he always wants to do a full motion. Actually, at this time, what should it be? Right. Still swinging desperately. But using it here was wrong. You don't have time to do such a full, perfect motion. Then just focus on the most essential part. Isn't this the most critical part? Right, again. Still swinging all the way here, right? That's where your quality shows. Relax your arm and generate your own power. Hey, very good. For this kind of ball, you've already come halfway. Give you a long ball. You should try to make smaller movements, right? Contain it. Then you get caught right away. You lost control. If a ball like this, you step halfway in and then pull back. If there's control, then you have it under control, right? The problem is your fingers and wrist. All your shots are with full strength. You probably need to reduce the movement. Proportionally reduce the range. And if you still use your full-sized stroke, then you feel like you're too late. So first you need to scale everything down proportionally. Right. Whether it's your center of gravity or stroke range, you need to shrink them proportionally. Let's say normally I use 90% of my strength. As long as I can keep the shot focused in the end, it's fine. Right, but you're still using full power and full-sized strokes to hit. Using that to handle these kinds of balls is unreasonable. You want to fully wind up and loop every ball. But table tennis isn't like that. You matched up well this time. Happened to meet a comfortable opponent today. He didn't vary his rhythm much. So your forehand could blast him all over the table, right?
还问人家抱吗？
Haha.
啊，
But once you face someone whose shots feel a little awkward, your forehand suddenly goes silent.
无谓失误一堆，经常拉失控，为什么？
That's because they're giving you all kinds of shots.
球线长短
And different arc heights, there's variation.
变化，然后
But every shot you take, you want to adjust it to the perfect position and perfect swing.
最佳状态，然后
Then apply full power to loop. How is that possible? Here's the simplest logic.
这个事儿，
Does one herbal remedy cure all illnesses?
那就行了。
So your forehand
一
loop.
个幅度，一种力量，包拉所有的球。
Look at table tennis.
出招和拆招。
You make a move, I counter it. I'm also thinking if I can find a way to make a move of my own. If I make a move, but your counter doesn't limit me,
限制我继续出招，对吗？
you make a move to me, and I think while I'm countering it,
我是不是能够想办法
to give you a bit of pressure,
好了？
it turns into you having to counter my move. So you see, table tennis is a kind of mind
制
game.
约反制约，对吗？
Why is it that in high-level matches,
比赛当中，
when two evenly matched players face off,
在一个球里面，
you'll see many transitions between offense and defense because they're evenly matched, both making and countering moves.
拆了招出招，出了招。
It's all a battle of counters.
斗来斗去，回合多了，攻防转换多了。
Right, but when lower level players play, rallies are short. To beginners, bang bang just a couple shots.
为啥？有一个人一出招，另外一个人拆不了。
Done. Yeah.
对吧？
But when to skilled and evenly matched players play, the rallies are long, constantly switching between offense and defense. And counters both players have the ability to make and break moves. That's why you see longer rallies and constant transitions.
明白了吧？这是外侧直线，内侧直线。正常的球，你是不是拉球的偏外侧一点，对吧？你看我拉斜线是，你看拉斜线我可能转的更完整一点，拉直线就停的早一点，是不是还是拉的球的偏外侧一点？只是一个方向，这边先下车到那边终点站，那你看，先下车，这是中间站，来。终点站，对吧？这区别就在这儿。但是如果你想晃着拉直线，那怎么办？你就不是拉球的外侧了，你是拉球的正后方偏内侧一点。啊，你看，我重心不变，重心不变，是不是拉球的偏内侧一点？好，外侧，那外侧还是拉直线，这是外侧直线，内侧直线。还想拉了，这种时候应该怎么办？直接利用小跨步去带。哎，我给你个小口诀，叫我快你也快，借力发力，我慢你也慢，主动发力，是不是要等？对，不等你反而一抢节奏会对不上点。
对，
好了，你得练点这些东西。
啊，
别天天一个节奏在那儿抡，然后问别人我爆吗？对吧？啊，乒乓球不是这么回事，对吧？好的，你看还想拼命发力，这个球应该是什么？哒哒，借力发力。我不是不让你给劲儿，是借力发力。
是，
那你前提是先借力，而不是主动怼他，对吧？哎。你看，你干嘛了？
拿手
拼命的挥，借力发力大，结束了，哎，对，哎，为什么？这就是我说的，所有的球来了，他都想做一个满动作，其实这个时候应该是什么？应该是大，结束了，对吧？但是你是干什么的？你还在拼命的挥到左眉，动作很标准，但是用在这儿就是错的，没有时间给你做一个这么标准、这么满的动作。那你就抓最核心的那一段就结束了，最核心的不就是这一段吗？对吧？再来，你看还在，是不是还挥到这儿来了？对呀、再来， 这个叫抡圆，对吧？那这种呢，等上，对吧？这个就体现你的质量了啊，甩开来自己发力。对啊，当，是不是道理啊？哎，很好，哎呀，还抡大手发力，你觉得有机会吗？像这种你都已经进来一半了，我砰给你个长的，你其实是二次反应撤开的，你应该是尽量小一点，对吧？把它并住，你再拉大手，立马就被我顶到。好吧，对吧？是不是失控了？是。如果这种球，如果你进来一半，你撤，有控制呢，不就有了吗？你没有控制，砰就飞了。
是手指手腕这里没有
吃住没有收劲儿，
没有收劲儿啊。
对，就是你所有的球都是用满力量的打。打个比方，刚刚那个球，你可能是要把动作幅度等比例的缩小点啊，因为你从里面突然下去了，是不是球顶着你？你在大幅度按照正常幅度拉，是不是你觉得来不及了？
对。
那首先你要等比例缩小，对吧？无论是重心的幅度、胯的幅度还是手的幅度，要等比例缩小，这是第一件事。第二，你要收着点劲儿。比如说正常的球，我用9分力，这个时候我最多用6、7分。我只要能让这个球最后是集中的就可以，对吧？但是你还是用10分力拉，10分的幅度去拉，然后处理这样的球，你当然不合理。
是的，
对吧？你的问题在这里，就是所有的球都想抡圆了拉，但乒乓球不是这样的，给你对上点了，正好今天碰到个舒服的对手，他打球也没有什么节奏变化，哇，你的正手全台爆他，对吗？全台爆他，拉完了还问人家爆吗？但是一旦遇到一个你觉得这个人球有点别扭的人，
是
你的正手一下子就哑火，无谓失误一堆，经常拉失控，为什么？就是因为人家给你的各种球节奏不同，球线长短不同，球的弧线高低不同，变化。然后呢，你所有的球呢都喜欢调整到最佳位置、最佳幅度、最佳状态，然后用不力去拉，怎么可能？
是。
哎，最简单的一个道理，哎，问你个事儿，一副中药包治百病吗？那就行了。那你这个正手拉一个幅度一种力量，包拉所有的球。乒乓球你看打来打去是出招和拆招，你出招我拆招，我拆招的同时再看看能不能想办法再给你出点招，给你出点难题，对吧？如果我出招你拆招，你拆过来的招对我还是没有限制，我继续出招，对吗？你出招给我，哎，我觉得我在拆招的过程当中，我是不是能够想办法再给你一点小限制？好了，最后你又变成要拆我的招了。所以说，你看乒乓球它是一种博弈，就是制约反制约，对吗？为什么一个水平高的比赛当中，两个水平接近的运动员经常在一个球里面会打出很多次攻防转换？为啥？水平接近，互相出招，互相拆招，拆了招出招，出了招拆招，始终在这个当中在斗，斗来斗去，回合多了，攻防转换多了，对吧？而水平低的运动员回合少，对吧？两个水平低的运动员一打，梆梆两下结束了，为啥？有一个人一出招，另外一个人拆不了，结束了，对吧？水平高且水平接近的两个运动员，回合多，就是不停的在攻防转换。为什么？出招拆招，出招拆招，大家都有出招和拆招和反制约的能力。所以说回合多，攻防转换多。哎，明白了吧？
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.